Hello, good evening. Welcome to Biotechnica's party session. Please confirm in chat if you can hear me and see me. Quickly, guys, today is a special session on general aptitude. We are going to discuss data interpretation. Am I audible? Good evening, Tej, and good evening, everybody. I'm waiting for everybody to join. Prajapati, welcome. Aisha Sharma, welcome. Vivek, Prachi, Monica, Neha, welcome. So today's session is about data interpretation, right? And interestingly, why we need to study this? That's the question we need to know first. You know, this should be your principle for anything you do in life. Why should I do it? What's the benefit? You should know this, because unless you know the benefit, you will not be motivated to do it. Okay? Am I right, guys? Do you agree? Yes? Of course. Unless I know the importance of it, I will not be motivated to do it. So, if we have to study part A, and in that also, if we have to study data interpretation, why should I study? What is the importance of data interpretation for my future? That is something which we all need to know, right? So we're going to jump into data interpretation in a short while. But before that, we will do a small revision of part A mein kya pada, whatever we studied till now. Okay. So what we have studied? We studied numbers. Correct? Did we study numbers? Last session we studied numbers? Yes, we did. And then what did we study? We studied speed maths. And like I told you, speed maths is all about helping you for part C, right? So here's the larger picture we all have got. Part A helps us in part C, and that we all had learned. Correct? Am I right? Yes. And in part A, under numbers, we studied real numbers. Now, I want someone to tell me what is a real number. So we are doing a revision session before we actually get into this. Okay, guys? So who can tell me what is a real number? Quickly. Let's see kiski memory अच्छी है. Who remembers? Tell me, guys. What is real numbers? Quickly. Yes. All numbers, irrespective of their sign, मतलब plus हो, minus हो, कुछ भी हो. Real numbers, right? Then we learned about natural numbers. Natural number क्या है? Who will tell me? What is a natural number? Yes. Counting जहां से शुरू होती है. Counting numbers are natural numbers, right? Okay. Count कहाँ से करते हो? 1 से करते हो. तो 0 not included, right? Now, whole number is what? Natural number plus 0, मतलब n plus 0 is whole number. Okay. Now, what is integer? That is natural number plus whole number plus negative numbers. मतलब साइंस आ गया अभी पीछे माइनस, right? So that's about our integers. Even number, odd number, मालूम है? Anything divisible by 2 is even number. But if it is not, it's odd number, right? Prime number. Who will tell me prime number? Let's see. Who remembers prime number? Who remembers prime number? Prime number is what? Any number which is divisible by itself and no other number. Correct? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. It will be divisible by itself and 1. That's all. Correct? So that is prime number. Now, composite number, who will tell me? Greater than 1 but not a prime number. मतलब anti prime चलता है. जैसे बीजेपी कांग्रेस चलता है वैसे है. So you have to remember, prime is BJP, मतलब C is Congress, composite number. Correct? right? You can see a lot of fight going on. So and composite is anti-prime. Okay. Now, rational number. Do you remember rational number? Who will tell me what is rational number? Quickly. Yes, I'm waiting. Rational number. Any number of the, कुछ याद आया? Do you remember? Any number of the form P by Q where Q is not equal to 0. Correct? Easy. Everybody, easy. Of course. Irrational number. Do you remember? Pythagoras को समुद्र में फेंक दिया. Right? It is not rational. It's ulta of rational. Again, Congress BJP hai, right? So cannot be expressed in the form of a fraction where q is not equal to 0, and it is repetitive. Okay, like pi, like square root of 2. So this is irrational. And then we also learned about speed maths. Did we learn about speed maths? Correct? How many of you remember speed maths? Yes? Wonderful. I can see wonderful replies. Pallavi, Prachi, Anupam, Harshit. That means all of you watched my class properly. Very good job. That's a very good job, because getting started is very important for part A. Because most of the time we feel reluctant because we feel it is difficult. So as a teacher, my job is to make it easy for you. Okay. So please stop me wherever I am going a little fast, because it is speed math. So I have to showcase that yes, that these tricks can actually make you fast, but probably I may become faster in teaching. So please stop me. Okay. Now speed maths, we'll switch to that. Shall we? So this is your, as you can see here, this is your mind map for part A, first class, which I taught you. Okay. Now, this is the second part of first class, speed maths. Okay. So generally, whenever I take class, I will also give a handout like this in the next class as a revision. So this is called as mind map. So what you are seeing now, we are seeing a mind map of speed maths. Yes. So speed maths had two parts, if you remember. One was remembering part, one was practice part. Okay. So we'll go to the remembering part now. Multiplication table up to 20. Yaad hai? Do you remember? Everybody, multiplication table up to 20. Do you remember? Quickly tell me. Yes, somewhat. Yeah, right? Practice karte jao. Daro mat. Don't be scared. This will be very easy for you in data interpretation. Why I am revising all this? Because it will be very easy for you in data interpretation. Okay. Prajapati, Harshit, Sujata, Rakshit, Prachi. Somewhat. Okay, no problem. आप उसको practice करते जाइए. Now, two-way thoroughness is required. So if I say 169, you have to remember, okay, this is 13 into 13. If I say 1331, you have to remember it is 11 cube. So the two-way thoroughness has to be there. Okay. Now squares up to 25, 2 square, 3 square, 5 square, 7 square, right? 8 square, 11 square. You should remember, the moment I say, the number should come in your mind. It should register. Okay. You don't need to go and look for a calculator at all. That kind of thoroughness has to come. Okay. Now cubes up to 12, right? Cubes up to 12 we can do. Easy. सब कुछ हमने किया है. Last class में हमने किया. If you don't remember, please go back and watch. Don't worry. How much ever you watch, you will be enriched. Okay. Next, powers of 2 up to 12. Okay. Please remember that. Clear? Okay. Powers of 3 up to 6. ये सारी चीजें एक बार लिख लो and just remember it, because during solving data interpretation questions, this will come handy. Okay. Reciprocal of integers. You remember? 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. Right? Do you remember that? Reciprocal of integer. Correct? Okay. And then hundreds complement. Remember that we did what it was? It was, okay, I gave you 100 rupees. You went to the market, spent 64 rupees. How much money is left with you? That is hundreds complement. Very important for data interpretation. Now remember, guys, here are 2-3 things I'm going to highlight, which is very important for your data interpretation. Hundreds complement, reciprocal of integers. Okay. And of course, the practice part is also very important. So let's come to the practice part. Okay. So first thing we learned is multiplication by 5. Correct? Multiplication by 5. How do you do multiplication by 5? मल्टीप्लाई बाय 10 एंड देन डिवाइड बाय 2. देखो सब कुछ मैंने लिख दिया. ये माइंड मैप देख रहे हो मेरे पीछे? कैन यू सी ऑल दिस? ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज, मैं इस क्लास के बाद आपको दे दूंगा टेलीग्राम में, ठीक है? इसको लो, पढ़ाई करो, ठीक है? पूरा मेरा पिछला क्लास कवर्ड है. नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं आज का माइंड मैप दूंगा. ओके, क्लियर है? यस. नाउ लेट्स go back again. Multiplication by 25. All this is very important for you to revise. Okay, so don't forget. Multiplication by 125, multiplication by 11, multiplication by 19. ये बहुत ही important है. 19 और 11 हमेशा याद रखना. Okay. Calculation of squares. So that there we had seen what we had seen कि 35 square is 1225, 45 square is 2025. So there is a pattern. What is the pattern? 3 multiplied by the next number greater than 3, that is 4, that is 12. Correct? 4 multiplied by the next number, which is 5, so that is 20. That means 55 square will be how much? 5 multiplied by 6, so it should be 30 25. Correct? So now we have to learn, okay, if I know 25 square, what will be the 26 square? So we learned the formula there, that all the numbers are actually a summation of the odd numbers, right? So we learned 25 square plus 26th odd number. And how do we find the 26th odd number? 2n minus 1. N is 26, so 26 into 2 minus 1, that will be the number. So you add 25 square, that is 625, okay, plus the 2n minus 1, that is 51. So if you add 625 plus 51, you will get your answer for 26 square. याद करने की जरूरत ही नहीं. Clear guys? Easy? Yes, Prachi remembers that. Wonderful. बहुत अच्छे. So this all quick revision we did now. Why we did? Because भूल गए तो स्पीड नहीं, एक्सीडेंट होता है. ठीक है? स्पीड के साथ अगर एक्यूरेसी ना हो, if speed is there but accuracy is not there, useless. Completely useless. मतलब मेरा तो नाम आपने डुबा दिया अगर स्पीड के साथ एक्यूरेसी नहीं आई. सो हाउ वुड यू गेट एक्यूरेसी? दैट्स द क्वेश्चन टू बी आस्क्ड नाउ. You will get accuracy if you practice. And how do you practice? Sit with me. I'm going to come up in Junoon batch as well as the next batch which is coming, Azad batch, which has been announced today only. I'll be sitting with you in Raftar batch also. I'll sit with you. We'll practice. याद है ना वो सलमान खान का डायलॉग इन द बंक, इतने छेद करेंगे कि कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे, राइट? वैसे इतने क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करेंगे कि कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे. पेपर सेटर भी कौन सा क्वेश्चन पूछे, बिकॉज प्राची सक्सेना को सब आता है, शुभम देवगन को सब आता है, सुजाता रक्षित को सब आता है. करेक्ट? यू विल नो एवरीथिंग वट एवर हैज बीन टॉट. सो इवन द पेपर सेटर विल बी कंफ्यूज्ड. पार्टी में क्वेश्चन कहां से दें, बिकॉज दिस गाइज नो इट ऑल. 100 परसेंटाइल अगर आपका फोकस है, देन पार्टे बहुत ही जरूरी है. टॉप 100 रैंक लाने के लिए पार्टे बहुत ही जरूरी है. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके? एंड वो कहते हैं ना कि इफ यू टारगेट द मून यू विल डेफिनेटली फॉल अमंग द स्टार्स. दिस इज दैट. टारगेट द मून, टारगेट टॉप 100 रैंक, यू विल डेफिनेटली फॉल अमंग द टॉप 200 और 300. ठीक है? So with these thoughts guys, now we'll look at percentage calculation. चलो थोड़ा सा percentage calculation को brush up करेंगे. We'll try to brush up because this is important for data interpretation. Okay, so half is what percent? 50%. थोड़ा सा I'll reduce the font size now. This is 33%. Correct? 1/3 is 33%. 1/4 is 25%. Am I clear guys? Is my audio clear? Is my video clear? Is it getting stuck or something? Is it all clear? Yes? 1/5 याद है? 20%. 1/6 is 16.66%. सब याद होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. Everything should be registered. Am I touching a calculator? No. मेरे दोनों हाथ यहाँ पे. Can you see that? That's how it should be. Okay? 1/7, 14.34. Okay? 1/8, 12.25. 1/9, 11.11. 1/10 तो you know, 10%. Okay? 1/11, how much is that? Chalo, 1/11 and 1/12. You people have to tell me. Correct? What is 1/11, 1/12? I'll wait for you people in chat. In the meanwhile, हमने division के भी कुछ rules discuss किए थे. Do you remember? I'm not going to discuss today because it's not relevant for data interpretation. But please look into the last part of last class. वहां पर you will find that. Okay? So we have learned now. Okay. Yes. So 9.88. Okay. Yes. Correct. 9 and 8.3. Yes. So now you can see we have revised the entire session in last 15 minutes. We have revised. Now we will switch to data interpretation. So I'll take a small 30 seconds break while I'll switch to my PowerPoint, and you guys can enjoy this break for gulping a bit of water. Okay. 30 seconds. I'll be back. All right, so welcome back. 30 seconds it took me to switch to the PowerPoint now. And now we are going to discuss data interpretation. Now, very important part of this is, please don't have notebook and pen and paper apne paas. Don't, okay? Because whatever I'm going to teach is going to register in your mind. No pen and paper. If you try to touch pen and paper during the exam also, you'll have that habit. ये पेंसिल उस टाइम पर पॉइजन हो जाएगा, क्योंकि the amount of time you will need to interpret the data on the paper, then come back, go into the monitor and click the right answer, उसमें 5 से 10 सेकंड वेस्ट होगा. I don't want you to touch by 5 seconds also, and I want you to do the speed maths here. Okay, little bit of speed maths principles we are going to learn here. So is everybody ready? Pallavi, Harshit, Prachi, everybody, please confirm in chat. Okay, can you guys confirm in chat? Jaldi se, please confirm. I'm waiting. Yes. Okay. All right. So now let us start with part A. What do we see in part A? Data interpretation. Now, right now, I don't want you to solve this question. Okay. I want you to read the question. Have you read this question? Please read. Profit of a firm grows at a rate of 15% per year. Okay. Side by side, there is a graph. Don't look at the graph. Look at the question. Profit of a firm grows at the rate of 15% per year. Okay. For the first 3 years, 3 consecutive years, matlab continuous. For the next 3 years, the profit level remains stagnant. So after that, it is stagnant. So without looking at the graph, plot the graph in your mind. So if the graph is supposed to be like this, it grew and then it was stagnant, right? Okay. Can you see that? From the 6th year to the 9th year, it again grows at 15%. So the slope should be the same, correct? If we see here, can you see? Slope should be the same, right? Now look at the graph and tell me which is the answer. 4 options are there. You don't even need to look at the 4th option because that's just a straight line. So all of you tell me which is the right answer. I have already drawn it for you. Easy. So while you are looking at the question, do not look at the option. This is one of the ways when you are reading data interpretation question. Very important, because when you start looking at the data, which will be in graphical form, which will be in the tabular form, and other forms which I'll show you. Okay, please don't try to solve it. Just tell me, okay, did you understand the question? What is the question here? The question is about a firm which is growing at 15%, then it is stagnant and again 15%. So definitely it should be the same slope. Okay, so these 2 slopes should be same. Okay, easy here, right? And then we can say, okay, this is the answer. This question has come in 2011. आज से 11 साल पहले this question has come, right? Now, it is not that this question is easy. If they wanted, they would have twisted it. But yes, okay. As of now, this looks easy. Chalo, let's look at the next slide, what we have. So before we'll return to this question again. For now, we will now need to know what is data interpretation. Data is generally unorganized. So when you will do experiment, so you need to know this. Why you need to know the tricks and trade of data interpretation? Because when you will do PhD, which will be tougher than CSIR net, let me tell you this. Your PhD will be tougher than CSIR net, and there you'll get lot of data. Okay, so the data will be unorganized, it will be haphazard, no pattern, and you will not be able to conclude anything by just looking at it. The aim of CSIR is not to produce researchers. The aim of CSIR as an organization is to produce rational researchers, logical researchers who do not run away after looking at data. Instead, they mine through data and find patterns and come to a conclusion, because that is what will progress science. Remember, the motto of CSIR is to progress science in our country. Okay, clear hai? Okay, so this is what happens. Now, DI is the branch that makes it easy for us to understand the large chunks of data and come to a conclusion. Simple, we have got the, you can say, definition. Okay, so why study? It's very easy topic actually. If you have good calculation skills. Now, what is good calculation skills? You need to know addition, subtraction, multiplication, and some cases division, percentages. Okay. Now, first question of your GS paper, the general aptitude paper, which you see, 33% of will be data interpretation. Okay. Entire paper, if you see part C also, there will be data interpretation. Right. And when you will do PhD, data interpretation. When you write your thesis, you will realize, oh my God, what Shekhar sir taught me 6 years ago, that is applicable today. Okay. So whatever I'm teaching is not for today. I'm teaching you for 6 years from today. Clear? Okay. Now, how do we solve the DI problems? Now, there are various methods through which we represent data. So it can be data tables, very simple. Pie charts, I'm sure you have seen. Two-dimensional graphs, bar charts, three-dimensional graphs, Venn diagram, geometrical diagram, PERT charts, and various other computer-generated methods are there. Okay. Now, we have to look at some examples. So here are some examples in front of you. Tell me, what is the first one? What do you call the first one? Who will tell me? What is the first one? The first one is a pie chart. Yes. The second one, it's a table, right? Bar graph, we can say. This is also a graph, right? Two-dimensional graph. And this is a Venn diagram just behind me. Here, I should move this side. Yeah, this side. So you can see that's a Venn diagram, right? So let us try to frame a question out of this, okay? So let's look at the last image which you have. It is saying that 125 students wrote math, okay? 175 students wrote physics, and 100 students wrote chemistry, okay? So that is the question. Now you have to tell me, that's the data actually. Now the question is, what percentage of physics did not write maths? Okay, now look at this. What percentage of physics did not write maths? Okay, please note down the question. Have you noted it down? Right, in your mind, not in the notebook, in your mind. What percentage of physics did not write maths? So now we will not try to solve, we'll just look at which area I have to focus. So let us look at this. So basically this area, they did not write math. Completely we know that. Okay. Which all area did not write? This part also did not write. So basically, right? Let me just clear all the things and then write it A and B. So this is A, this is B. So if we look at A plus B, that is the area which did not write maths, but it is asking in percentage. So what percentage of physics did not write maths? So basically we have to calculate A plus B, okay, and then we have to see that A plus B is what percentage of 175, not 125. That's very important. So this is how they twist the question. Do you get it, everybody? It's very simple. By looking at the graph, I can give you 10 questions right away, okay? But then you will be like, sir, give me pen and paper, I need to calculate. No, we are not going to calculate using pen and paper, because the moment you do that, you're going to waste seconds, and those seconds will convert to minutes, minutes will convert to hours, and you will lose time, okay? So let's move on and solve some actual questions. And before that, how to decipher data, we should know. Okay, now look at the data representation first. So the moment you look at the graph, Okay, read the question and then look at the data, what is there. Next, always look at the units mentioned, because what they will do, instead of Celsius, they'll give you Kelvin. Okay, the Celsius can be Kelvin and the option could be Celsius. Okay, that kind of, they may give you in pounds, and later on in the options it is kg. Okay, so this kind of tricks they play in data interpretation. Of course, you can say this is cheap tricks, but actually they play. Okay, so after you have looked at the data, you have looked at the units, then look at the question. Okay, and then make your percentage, profit loss, enzyme kinetics, chemical balancing, chemistry, all that you have to make it very strong. Because if that is not strong, you're going to struggle in data interpretation. And what you will do is you will not touch it. But remember, all the other students will also not touch it. So if you touch it, actually you can score more. See, competition is about what you do, others don't. Okay, you have to stand out of the crowd, right? So you have to solve those questions which others cannot touch also. So you have to first develop the expertise to solve those questions, and this class is all about that. Okay, is it clear, guys? If it is clear, please type all clear in chat box. Till now, if everything is clear, please type all clear, because after this, the world is going to be a little tougher for all of you. We're going to solve real questions. All clear, everybody? All clear? All clear? Yes, all clear. Prachi, all clear. Monica, all clear. Others, please quickly tell me in the chat box. All clear? All clear. Okay, okay. Very good, very good. Now let us solve some questions. Okay. Now remember, we are not going to use pen and paper. Okay. You're going to use your mind. I'm going to use my mind, and we'll try to solve. Okay. Shall I throw some questions now? Yes. Okay. So here is your question. Okay. I hope you can see it. Study the following table and answer the questions. Right. Now the thing is, we see, okay, there is a table, right? And the table has got states. So you have states. These are the states. Fair enough. Okay. M, N, P, Q, R. Five states are there. And these are the years. Okay. This is the actual question which has come in exam. Okay. So 1997, how many people appeared for the exam and how many people qualified? So all the years has two parts: appeared, qualified, appeared, qualified, appeared, qualified, appeared, qualified. Okay. Basically, I'm going slow, but actually we have to observe all this very fast. I'm going slow because I'm teaching. Okay. But in the exam, you have to go very fast. Okay. So now I know I don't need to look at the numbers. Just forget numbers. Okay. Look at the criteria. Look at the units. Okay. So what I see is, okay, there is no basic unit. Actually, this side is year and this side is state. Okay. Fine. These are basic numbers. Now let us look at the question, right? So let me use the highlighter. Total number of candidates. Okay, first thing, total number of candidates. Kiska? Qualified. So qualified matlab, this is a qualified column. Okay, see, I'm just highlighting, right? From all the states together in 1997. So 1997 देख लो. 1997 का qualified मतलब कि ये column मुझे देखना है, right? Let me paint it yellow for you. Okay, right? Now basically all this we have to do in exam mentally. Here I'm painting so that आप practice कर रहे हो ना. Practice में accident थोड़ा हो सकता है. That's why I'm doing that. Otherwise in exam you should not start painting there. Okay. Now we have to compare 1998 total number of candidates qualified from all states together. So basically we have to look at all the states of 1998. So basically we have to look at these two columns. Easy. Are you able to visualize now? Easy for visualization. Okay. 1998 ka qualified, 1997 ka qualified, right? So it is asking what is the percentage, right? So percentage of 1997 compared to 1998. So what we'll do now is we'll erase all the ink so that we are now in the actual exam conditions. Okay. So basically we have to add this. Clear? Is it clear, everybody? You have to add it. Okay. Right. Now, please don't try to solve. I know you can solve it. It is easy. I'm teaching the approach, not the question. Okay. Solving question is not a big deal. The idea is to how to solve the approach. And I want to make sure that every student who goes out of this class should understand. Okay. Now, how do we calculate this? It wants me to add all of this, right? So what we'll do is we'll split these numbers into different parts. So let us write So basically you should not write, but I am writing for you for easy visualization. Okay, so 800, okay, then 700, then 900, and then 800. So if you can see here, okay. So again, I'm going to erase it, so otherwise it will be easy for you. So let us add all the hundreds. Okay, so 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 7 is 22, 22 plus 9 is 31, 31 plus 8 is 39. Now we will write 39 here. So now you can use, okay, pen and paper. So after adding, you can write 39. Okay. Now we'll go to the last two digits. Okay. Let's look at the last two digits. Okay. Now this 80 and this 20, if I add quickly, I can reach 100. So you have to look at how fast you can reach 100, because 100 is the number you're looking at. So 80 plus 20 is 100. 100 plus 40 is 140. 140 plus 50 is 190. Okay. And this 10, if I take, that becomes 200. So this is 260. Okay. So now this 2 moves to here. It becomes 4160. Okay. So this final number I should write, not the middle numbers. Whenever you're doing the addition 4160, okay, we can do this. Fine. This part I can write. Rest whatever I wrote should be done in the mind. Okay. Now we'll go to 1998. So what we are looking at? Can I move this 20 to 980 and make it 1000? Yes, I can do that. So now this is 1000. This is 1050. This is 1020. Sorry, 1000, right? So 1000, 2000, right? So 1000, 2000, 3050. Now I have 3050. Now here also if I add 1000, this is 4050, 4290 it is, 4290 plus 940. Challenging. 4940. So when you add, it will come out somewhere, right? Can you tell me what is the total? Let's see who can do that quickly. 980. So what we did? 20. Clear hai? 1000, 2000, 3000, 4290. And this is 5190, something like that it will come out. Okay. So basically it is 4100 divided by 5100. So this is the number we are looking at. Easy. Now, did I write the actual numbers? No, because my options are already there to give me a hint. Okay. Now let's look at the option. Definitely 72% not possible, because 80% of 5100 is not, right? So now 4100, 77% not possible. So these two options are gone. Now 80%. Is it actually 80%? The answer is no. If you calculate using the percentage things which I showed you, right? How do you calculate? Now tell me, what is the 10%? 510. So 80% will be what? 80% will be 4080 rupees. 80, correct? Something like that. So basically 80 is also not possible. So straight away you can go for 83%. That is the answer. Is it clear, everybody? I'm not getting answers. Are you able to follow, or shall I repeat? Are you able to follow? Yes? No, C is not the answer. D is the answer, because it is not a perfect 80%. It can never be. Okay? Because you have 4100, okay, and then 5100. Okay? Clear? Okay, all clear. Fine. So now we'll solve another question which is in front of you. A bar graph given below shows the sale of books. Okay, some books are there which has been sold from 6 branches of a publishing company, say any company. Okay, during 2 consecutive years, 2000 and 2001. So basically the red one is 2001, blue one is 2000. Okay, right? Yes, Prachi, I'll come to that. Okay, I'll come to that. Hold on. Okay, now, so you start looking at this question. I'll tell you the approach. So it is asking me to look at 2 years, 2 branches, B2, and if you read the question, B2 and B4, right? What is the ratio of total sales of B2 and B4? So total sale will be definitely addition of this. So you can see fast addition comes handy here. So this is an easy question, Prachi and everybody. If you didn't get the percentage part, I'll come back later. Okay. So now what's happening? Look at the question. Look at the question. Everybody. B2 and B4. What is the addition here? So 75 plus 65. 75 plus 5 is 80. 80 plus 60 is 140. Okay, 140. Now, so B2 versus B4. Now, by just looking at 140, 140 can be divided by what? 7 only or 2. So basically, this one is gone. B option is straight away gone. Now only 3 options are left. Now let us look at it. What is the addition of B4? 180, right? 180 can be either 3 or 9. So basically this option is gone. Now we have two options, 140 by 180. Now you can write 140 by 180, which is nothing but, so this 0 gets cancelled. You have 7 by 9. Very simple. You can do all this maths in your mind and give me the answer, right? That is D. Easy. Now let us go back to the question which you wanted me to repeat. Okay, let me clear off all the things, right? So what was the total of 1998 and 1997 qualified? Please tell me. What is the number of people who qualified from 1997? Total, tell me. I want you to do the total. And don't do it in pen and paper. No calculator. Okay. And I'm also not telling. You have to tell me the number. I will wait for you. Okay. Screen is not clearly visible. Okay. I hope it should be. Okay. 4160. Is it right? What Monica wrote is right? For 4160. Everybody? Correct? Hai? Is Monica right? Yes. 4160. Okay. 4160. Now tell me, what is the total of 1998? No pen and paper. The way I taught you, the same way you have to do. Okay. Move 20 from here to here. So that's 1000, 1000, 2000, 3000. Okay. 4200. Okay. 4290. Right. So this will be 4290 plus 940. Right. Somewhere. So this should be 30. This should be 5130. 230 or 130? Yeah, 230. Sorry. 230. Okay. So now let me erase the other things. Okay. Let's go back. Now you have to look at, we're looking at 4000. We'll do estimation. 4200 by 5200, right? 4200. Can I write it like this? 5200. More or less, I'm doing a generalization. So can I write 4160 as roughly around 4200? Yes. Thoda bahut answer change hoga exact, because the options are not very near. See, the options are far. So we can easily take that risk. Okay. Okay, fine. So now 4200 by 5200. So 42 by 52, right? Now what we have to do here is, because it is percentage, right? Things will be different. Now you have to tell me, what is the 10% of 5200? What is the 10% of 5200? Who will tell me? 520, right? So what will be the 80% multiplied by 8? Correct? Which is 4060, right? So the exact number is 4060, which is not the case. Here is 4160, right? So that means definitely it will be 83%, not 80%. Clear? This is how I do it. I did not use the formula. I just did the estimation method. I did 4160 as 4200 and 5230 as 5200. Okay, and then I took the 10% and then I multiplied by 8. Easy. Were you able to follow? Now this you should do only when the options are not very near. Suppose this was 80 and 81, then you can't play that game. But if it is 80 and 83, 85, you can play this game. Is it clear? Okay. Right. So now we will go to the next part, next question. Okay. The following pie chart shows the percentage distribution of the expenditure incurred in publishing a book. Okay. So this is a pie chart, 3-dimensional pie chart. Study the pie chart and answer the questions based on it. Okay. Okay, some students are saying 4160 is the answer. I'll come back to that. I'll have a check on that, guys. Okay. Can we move to the next question? I'll come back to that. Okay. Now, let's solve the next question. Okay. Fine. So basically, we are looking at the approach here. Let's look at the approach. It says that this is a pie chart where you have the expenditures, percentage distribution of expenditures, right? Now, what it says, printing cost. Now here, certain quantity of books which we don't know, publisher has to pay 30,600, right, as printing cost. So printing cost is how much? 20%. Okay. Is it clear? So if 20% is 30,600, so 30600 is 20%. Then what is 10%? 10% is nothing but you have to divide it by 2. Correct? So when you divide it by 2, it will be 15,300. Right? Clear hai? Everybody, do you follow? 15,300? Yes. Now 10% we know, right? Look at this. Royalty. It is asking what is the amount of royalty to be paid. So in the mind you have to think, okay, 5% of 15, of this will be 7,500. Now 7,500 plus 15,300, if we add, roughly it will come out to be 22,000 change. And do we see any option which is 22,000 change? Yes, C option. So that's your answer. Right? Easy. Harshit, that's 1%. 1530 is 1%, but we have to look at 5%. Did you follow? Should I repeat again? C is the answer option. Okay. Yes. Yeah, correct. So C is the answer option. It was a very simple question. Okay. Now we're starting in slowly, we're increasing. Now this is something which is, a part C kind of concept question, but yeah, it looks very simple. A typical enzyme catalyzed reaction is shown below. Okay, let me move over to show you the reaction so you can see the reaction. Okay. What do you think the component X might be? Now here is the X. Where is the X? Here below, right? What it could be? Can it be substrate concentration or temperature? Can it be substrate concentration or enzyme concentration? Can it be substrate concentration or pH? Can it be pH or temperature? Now, both the criteria it has to satisfy. It can be either this or that. Okay. So tell me now, which is the answer and why? When you write the answer, please tell me why. Everybody. So this is nothing but a typical data interpretation question in your concept, right? So you have to know, okay, this is how it is, right? So you have to know the theory first, right? Theoretical, the concepts you should know. So let us think now, okay? If the rate of reaction is going up in the middle and then slowly it is coming down. Initially also, it is going up and then goes down finally, right? And it is enzyme catalyzed, right? So there is an enzyme. So what else could be? Can the substrate increase in concentration in the middle of the reaction? Not possible, right? So the first one is wrong. Okay, easy. Second one is also wrong because it also includes substrate concentration. Third also is substrate concentration, right? So what I did is I just took out the thing which is common in all the three options. Substrate concentration, right? By just looking at that, I know, okay. And of course, my theory also says the same thing. And the theory is that, okay, this is the answer, right? So using theory also, I know if in case I don't know the theory, I have to take out the common part, which is this. If X is common in all the three options, let's find out if X is an answer or not. Okay. Third is not the answer option. Fourth is the answer option, pH or temperature. Because if the pH is wrong, the thing will decline. The rate of reaction will decline. If the temperature is wrong, the rate of reaction will decline. So basically the peak is coming here when the temperature is right or the pH is right. So this is where the answer is this. Okay. Now we'll go to another option, another question, which is very interesting. It's about a pendulum experiment. Now this kind of questions, this kind of data you will get in your PhD. Okay. You will do something and you will get some answer options and the data, and then you'll have to interpret it. So let us say that this is a serial number. Now, there is a twist here. Please read the question properly. In a simple pendulum experiment, a student records the following readings. If the true period is 10 seconds, so actually the paper setter has given us the true period, which is 10 seconds, then the percentage error, if you look at this, percentage error is the largest for the observation with serial number. Which one? Now, they said serial number. They didn't ask about this, right? So don't look at this data. You have to look at the serial number. So this is serial number. So first find out the answer option. Whatever is the corresponding number, that will be the answer option here. Okay. So, right. Okay, Anupam, do you find it tough? Actually, this one is easier. Let's look at it. Okay. So now, without touching pen and paper, how can you tell which one is right? You need a very strong conceptual understanding of your percentage, right? So let us think in our brain. Okay, if I am thinking, you really cannot understand. So I will, write it here. So if I say that this person got 100.2, okay, and he has taken 10 readings, right? So basically, he has got an aberration of 10.02. Actually, it should have been 10, but now it is 10.02, right? So in my mind, if I look at it, right, this is how it should look like, okay, multiplied by 100 divided by 10, okay? So it will come out to be how much? Tell me. Who will tell me what is the answer now? Please don't tell me the answer. Tell me the calculation. How do you do it? Okay. So this is 0.2 multiplied by 10. 0.02 multiplied by 10, that is 0.2, right? But if you do for 100, when you go down, so you see, you don't need to touch now 20 and 50. Straight away go to 100 now. Okay. So that is 1000.8. Okay, it's getting hidden, so I'll just delete everything and then start fresh. So 1000.8, right, minus 100 divided by 100 multiplied by 100. So this if you do, this gets cancelled. So basically you are looking at, okay, yes. So now the answer option, what is the correct answer option? Who will tell me? So you got the aberration. This one is way in 0.008%, but that is higher, 0.02%, right? So this is obviously the aberration, biggest aberration. So answer is 1. The answer is 1. Okay. The first serial number is the answer because the aberration is highest here. Okay. The percentage is 0.02 while others is 0.0008. So that is where this is easily identifiable as the answer option. Okay. Now here's a logic question. Now what they do, they always don't ask you a number question, they may ask you a logic question. So logic question is like the candle is burning. So okay, there is a chamber, glass chamber. Okay, there is a candle here. Okay, and the candle is burning. Okay, now the pressure and temperature of the air within the jar are plotted as a function of time, and the answer options are given here. Okay, which of the following graph represents the process correctly? Tell me. Which one is the right answer? Now, I actually saw this is one of the questions asked in 2011 CSIR. Okay, and many coaching institutes, including a lot of professors, wrote it wrong in their answer solution. So I want to know what will be your. Okay, you want me to change the color of the pen? Okay, I'll change it to white. Is it fine now? Should be better. Okay. Yeah. Now let's look at this. So tell me, what is the answer option? Who will tell me the answer option? What is the correct answer? There is plain logic. It's plain logic. Nothing we are doing. No mathematics is here, right? So basically, you have to look out for logical questions because they're very easy to solve, right? Now, if it is a closed jar, eventually we will run out of oxygen, right? So obviously the candle cannot go on glowing indefinitely, right? Is that right? Right? So if it cannot go on indefinitely, that means the temperature, the moment the candle extinguishes, the temperature will start going down, right? What about pressure? Even the pressure will start going down. Why? Because when the temperature starts going down, the molecules in the air will go back to the normal state, not in the entropy state. So when they go back to normal state, it will actually become in equilibrium to the outside. Okay. So basically the third option is right, not the fourth. Some people wrote fourth. No, third answer option is the right answer. Is it clear? This is the right answer, third. Okay. Do you follow? No, second, not second, it's third. Because it goes up and then finally it comes back to the normal temperature. Okay, I need to check on the pen. Hold on. Yeah. So it eventually comes back to the normal position here. Okay. This is the answer. Okay. Now this is pure logic question, no calculation required here. Okay, now we have one interesting question for all of us, data interpretation question related to biology. If the human body can withstand a maximum of 9720 units. Now, the moment you see 9720, what do you see? Whether it is an odd number or even number? Even number. Whether it is divisible by 5? Yes, it is divisible by 5, right? Whether it is divisible by 6. Now, all this, remember, we had done that in our previous session. All that you have to look at it in within seconds. Okay, is it divisible by 3? Yes. Is it divisible by 2? Yes. That means it is divisible by 6 also. Okay, fine. So that register in your mind. So 9720 unit it can take up. When exposed to the sun continuously, that means then what is the maximum time in minutes any person could stand in sun without crossing the threshold limit? Now what is saying, in 1 minute 3600 units of sun rays are falling on our body. And now out of that, now the point of interest is infrared rays. Now how much of infrared rays is there? It is 10%. Okay, easy. Correct? 10%. Clear? So now 10% of 3600, how much that will be? Who will tell me? 10% of 3600 is nothing but 360. So what we are looking at is 360. Now the body can withstand 9720, but in 1 minute you're getting 360. So in how many minutes you will get 9720? All you have to do is divide 9720 by 360. Now, do you see one similarity here? Both are divisible by 6, right? Both are divisible by 6, 9720 also and 360 also, right? That means we can straight away go ahead and solve. That means when we will actually solve, 36, right? Multiplied by 3 is how much? It's coming somewhere around 900, but it is exceeding. It is 1000 something, right? So definitely it can be either 29 or 27, right? It can be either 29 or 27. Now we have to find, because there is no decimal. So we have to now actually do the division. And for that, you need to know the multiplication table. I will not do it. Okay. If you want to find the 636, okay, you can further go here. And straight away, when you will do this, you will find the answer is 27. Okay. And that is the reason, guys, you need to know the multiplication tables. That is the reason you need to know the divisibility part, which was the last part which we discussed last time. Okay. So the answer is 27. Is it clear? Approach is clear. Solving part, you have to practice. The more we practice, the better you get it. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? Yes. Do I have the permission to go to the next one, or you want me to explain this again? Was this easy? Okay, I have the permission. Fine. Now, similar question, same data, almost same data. Okay. So let me just move out of the screen. How many minutes of exposure to the sun in a day would be enough that the body receives enough of vitamin D. So obviously we know vitamin D is required. Given that body requires 40 units of vitamin D. Every day you need 40 units. And 30 units of beta rays gives you 1 unit. So that means how much units of beta rays you require for the full thing? You need 40 multiplied by 30, which is very simple to find out without even touching pen and paper, 1200. Easy? Okay. Now let us look at the graph. So what the graph says, beta rays, which is the area of interest here. Okay, let me change the color of the pen. Yeah. So beta rays, which is here, is 5%. Right? Beta rays is 5%. Now 5% of this, 10% of 3600 is 360. Right? So 5% will be 180. Right? So now we know that 1200 we require, but in 1 minute we are getting 180 only. So how many minutes? Divide. Okay. 1200 divided by 180. You are going to get the answer. Now quickly tell me what is the answer. The answer is 20 by 3. Right? Yes, sir. The previous question was 27. Now we are on to the next question. Clear? Okay. Okay. Right. Now, what I'm going to do here is, okay, we have almost reached at the end of this session, but I want you to come back to our previous session, okay, which we were discussing. Now, you have seen the importance of numbers here, okay. Let me just switch. Okay, you have seen the importance of identifying these numbers, and you have also seen how these concepts which we have is going to help you. Okay, so what we'll do is we will give you this mind map in Telegram group. If you are not joined, I will request the team to ping the link in the chat box. Okay, in some time after you all have joined, I will send you the link to download this particular mind map. Okay, that will be easy. You can just take a printout of this and keep it in front of you, and it will be all super clear anytime you want, any time of the day and week, because the more you remember these, the better you get it. Yes, so they have given you the link right there, right? t.me/biotechnica and t.me/rasayanika. Okay, if you're watching us on Rasayanika channel, please join the Rasayanika channel, and if you're watching us on Biotechnica, please join the Biotechnica channel. Okay, and then you can get this particular mind map for free. So this is all about today's session, guys. I hope you found it useful. Do let me know in the comment section what next you want from me. I will come with that. And now we have a small announcement for all of you. We are starting a fresh batch, which is called as Azad batch. More details about it will be posted on our YouTube channel tomorrow. So don't forget to watch the first video, which will be published tomorrow. That will be about Azad batch and how we are going to revolutionize your studies and preparation. Okay. So with these thoughts, I will end this session. I hope this session was useful. Now, any questions you have, you know my email ID, which is shekhar@biotechnica.org, or you can directly send me a video message or audio message, whatever is convenient, at zipmessage.com/biotechnica, and I'll be right there to answer all your questions which you might have. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Thank you so much, and do share your feedback to me, because that helps me get better at what we do. Thank you. I'll see you in our next class, which will be very soon. Okay, take care. Have a very good evening.